Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, citizens of all ages, welcome back to another edition Star Citizen 3.8 PTU, and oh baby, do I have something special for you. So I am bringing you a video on the Anvil Carrack. Yes, Gib Carrack, the gibbening, it is here, it is in progress. And yeah, this video is coming out a little bit late because, well, as some of you might know, Sig did a oopsie with the Pisces C8X Expedition. Anybody who has the Expedition, who also owns a Carrack, might notice that they have neither in their ship list. So, good job. Alright, yeah, one of the most anticipated ships ever, broken as normal, you know, per Sig's protocol. Anywho, luckily, I was lucky enough to come across Doc Buckshot. Big shout out to you, good sir, thank you very much, who was kind enough to let me jump onto his Carrack and just go farting around the universe, and it was spectacular. So the beginning of this video is basically me wandering around the insides. Literally, this is the very first time I'd ever been in the Carrack. Right now we are in the cargo pods, which are supposed to be detachable. Found out something interesting, that they are detachable if you do left alt and backspace. Apparently the pods get left behind, but I'll leave that up to you to test. Going around, we got to one of the turret access points. I believe that's for the lower turret. I didn't jump into it, so I can't fully comment on that. I have to say, the Anvil Carrack is beautiful. The internal lights, and as you can see on the buttons, they have that new UI for the button, the new button tech, UI tech, whatever you want to call it, and it's really nice. It is very sleek. I mean, I love that layout. It looks so nice. It was definitely a little bit weird to get used to, because I was used to like the big ass buttons and like weird text flying out, but it's very easy to get used to. Now we go up to the top where the Cartography Deck and the Observation Deck for EVA is, which is another super cool, very useful ingress area, especially for having to, well, EVA, ingress, egress. It is very useful. We actually went and used these doors right here, where you can also see the pad, a couple of times during our excursions. Again, super duper useful. I see that going to be, I mean, just invaluable, especially if you're picking up people via EVA, so on and so forth. Now, one thing to note about the Carrack hangar, unlike the 890 hangar, it does not move. So you have to fly into the hangar pretty far down. Now we come into like the cartography / map room. Very interested to see how this is going to come into play. I was hoping that I'd be able to access it, but as of right now it just seems to be more of a static picture, but hopefully that will change. I am on the little piece there, but it obviously didn't really do anything. Luckily, though, the Carrack does have a couple of different floors. There are a couple of different things to walk around and take in. The technical deck is up next. So, down on the technical deck, we're going to find the nice viewport into the hangar, followed by going down into where one of the turrets are, the wing turrets. Gonna making our way down the Carrack past the hangar, going on to our rest of our... Okay, that was bad, I'm sorry. There is an elevator right there we just passed by that does help to get to different areas. There is the drone room. Inside the drone room, obviously you're where the drones are going to be. They are not currently in. This brings us up to the top cockpit deck. We've got the little hollow globe. Now this is really cool. This is a standing command station, i.e. a standing pilot station. There are two pilot stations. This top one, and then the one that we are all probably known and used to in the middle seat, a la the Constellation series down below. There is, of course, an elevator that goes from the top deck to the lower deck, or bridge, I guess you could call it. In the lower bridge, you're going to see the three stations that you are used to: pilot, co-pilot, engineer, or pilot and two co-pilots. Up top, one thing I did forget to mention is the top remote turret gunner station is also in the upper bridge. So that's kind of nice. You don't have to run somewhere random to get to that. Moving down from the first deck, we go right into the captain's quarters. The captain's quarters is quite nice. A lot of little knickknacks, stuff like that kicking around, makes it feel a little bit more lived in, which I, for one, am really into. Got a nice window to also be able to see your surroundings when you're out and about. Here's one of the screens that they talked about in ISC and all that, all those things. There's actually two of these screens. Hopefully we'll be able to actually put stuff on those screens, like maybe YouTube or something. I don't know, that would be cool. Moving right along into like the captain's bedroom. Got a couple of closets, a couple of places to put some clothes, the bed, the bathroom, you know, all the normal amenities that a captain would need. And of course a door that doesn't like to function. Go right into the shower and the toilet, which, thank God, are two separate entities. Again, the bathroom looks pretty lived in, which is kind of a nice little touch. You know, it's not all barren. Moving right along, we are... that was from my other ship. So, there we go. We see the pool room, the room that has the pool, which, now that I'm looking at it, yeah, that definitely is hard mode for pool, having it like that. Then we move right along into the crew quarters, where you have all the crew beds, and of course the crew restroom, which, I mean, come on, I don't know, it's just the restroom. Again, has the nice little window to be able to see outside on your voyages. I believe this is another bathroom. Yes, yeah, another type of restroom, or freshen up room, if you will. Moving right along into the galley, if you will, the cafeteria. I don't remember what the fuck you'd call this room, where everybody sits down and does stuff at a table. Dining room. Yeah, that's the word I was looking for. Then of course we go right by the elevator again and into the med bay. Now the med bay, this thing is pretty impressive. I really like that right there on the side. It's like the decontamination. That adds a really nice feel to it. Of course, now we've got the two beds that are in here, as well as the regular actual medical bed itself. Now with these are regular beds you should be able to log out of. Keyword is should. We move into like the little lab area. This is a nice little touch as well. You know, got like the little microscope there and all the little boxed up things. I kind of like that. It's like everything's just kind of in there, ready to use. Then we move into the MRI room, if you will, MRI X-ray, the actual med bed itself, which of course you can use to set your spawn point. I wasn't able to set spawn points on the other beds, so I'm pretty sure this is the only type of bed in which you can set your spawn point, which, yeah, that's alright, why not? I do have to say, one thing I really, really do like are the way these hallways are set up. It feels so maze-like, you know, it really does feel pretty big. That's one thing I was actually pretty worried about, if I could be honest. I was kind of worried that the space in the Carrack wasn't going to be used to its full potential. It seems like a lot of these larger ships have a lot of like negative space, or space that I feel isn't used as well. You know, granted, I'm no fucking game designer, ship designer, but you know, I don't know. Some of the spaces I think could be utilized a little bit better, but with the Carrack, I mean, it really seems like they've got things organized in a way where it does feel packed in, but not super packed in. You know, it doesn't feel like things are overlapping or anything like that, and it's really nice, actually. So really, this is the point where I'm still just wandering around the ship. I'm still learning it. Again, this was literally the very first time I got into this thing, so I'm, you know, trying to map it in my head, trying to see where leads to what, and I believe we've otherwise seen the entirety of the ship. The only thing I think we haven't done yet is go into the drone room, which I do believe we do shortly. Again, I mean, this thing is awesome. I'm really excited for when SIG gets the issue sorted out with the C8X Expedition upgrade, because I really want to get my Carrack and fly around. This thing is so awesome. It is so nice. Pro tip, you probably don't want to do that. What I just did there, jumping down that elevator type shaft thing, because during our voyage, one of the guys did that and actually got stuck in the ship. I was just super duper lucky that it didn't happen to me. And there's Doc Buckshot. Woo! Shout out to you, good sir. Thank you very much for bringing me along this excursion. It was so much fun. It was so good. He let me pilot it. I was basically the dedicated pilot for most, if not the entire time, minus the couple times I walked away to go get coffee or something. So, Doc Buckshot, you, sir, are today's MVP. I want to say thank you very much. If anybody out there happens to run into Doc Buckshot in the verse, tell him hi, help him out, do something nice for him, because he is a stand-up guy, very awesome, fun to be around. Tell him Bildo says hi. So, other than that, I think I'm actually going to leave the video here. I have a lot more footage. Like I said, the entire hour and a half excursion that me and him and his group had. If you guys are interested and you want to see the rest of that footage, let me know down below. Other than that, this has been a nice, brief introduction to the Carrack. I don't want this to go on for longer than it has to. In case you're wondering, I was actually looking for the canopy shield sitting down here, because that's the one thing I was really keen on, you know, exercising, but it seems that button is not in yet. So, other than that, thank you very much for watching. I hope all you beautiful bastards out there have yourselves a wonderful day, morning, evening, whenever, wherever you just so happen to be. If you'd like to get updates on things that are going on, check out the description down below. In the description. Also, if you're interested in playing Star Citizen and you don't have an account, check out the description as well. Use my code, you get an extra couple $1,000s in the verse to do stuff with. And other than that, I think I'm going to leave the video here. Well, alright, I think I basically already did my outro, but I'm going to do it again because fuck it, broken record. Thank you very much for watching. All you beautiful bastards out there, have yourselves a wonderful day, morning, evening, whenever, wherever you just so happen to be. This is Will, Daily Gamer, signing out. Gib Carrack indeed.
Anvil Aerospace, all systems online.